you back to the Angel Nunes Stadium here on the island of San Pedro as we are getting set for second half action. NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack and Universal Hardware.
Brings it across half court. Defenders down 10, shooting 40%. They're gonna definitely need to improve. Zul. Jones, turnaround jumper, no good. Definitely seeing the rust there by Luther Page. Baseline. And a turnover. Ball will remain with the defenders.
The foul will be called on Kirk Burgess, the captain for the Tiger Sharks. On the floor for the Tiger Sharks, we have Jihad Wright, Kirk Burgess, Winston Pratt, Martavius Adams, and Francis Arana. For the defenders, we have Luther Page, Michael Zul, Devin Daly, Nigel Jones, and Farrell Loriano.
Not a bounce pass inside, but this time scoring as Zul will pick up the assist. Adams posting. Here comes the double team, passes out of it. Good quick pass from Arana. No good there by Winston Pratt.
Jihad Wright crushing the offensive glass, but the ball will go to the defenders. Last touch by Jihad Wright.
Zul to Jones. And that's a kick ball. Should be a kick ball.
Reset the 24-second shot clock.
And ball will remain with the DeSalle defenders. Play resumes. Inbound. Daly. Zul. What a pass inside. What an assist to Farron Loriano.
4-0 run to start the third quarter.
And I think that is what the defenders is going to have to look at. As Arana goes for three. Boom! Francis Arana with his third three-pointer. And he is taking his offense on the 2019 campaign into this 2020 campaign.
And Zul cannot leave Arana that wide open.
The thing is, players does not respect the offense of Francis Arana, but he is going to make them pay this season. Winston Pratt blocked there, but the
Martavius Adams
yes,
going to the offensive glass. And the putback.
Zul for three. No good. Francis Arana
looking to push for San Pedro.
Vincent Pratt. Good defense inside the post. Jihad Wright recovers. Jihad Wright with the finish.
The left-hand finish.
Posting and toasting by Holy Jihad.
The time he had Nigel Jones defending.
Zul. Up top to Jones. Here comes the screen. Page with the roll. Page draws the fall. There you go, young man. You got to finish.
Very
and he
strong
does.
Move in the paint by Luther Page.
And I like that matchup there with the pick and roll on Adams. I will try to exploit that a little bit more often.
One free throw for Luther Page, trying to complete the three-point play.
Luther, Dashane Page missing there.
Having a bad shooting night from the free throw line.
62% in 2018. Is that a turnover? confusion here.
Well, you see Devin Daly at the free throw line, so I think technical was called on the Tiger Sharks as Daly makes good on the free throw, making it a 57-49 ball game. Tiger Sharks lead.
Quietly cutting into this lead is the defenders.
$7:15 remains in the third quarter. 7:19.
Francis Arana. The inbound. Gets it to Bennett. Corner three. Boom! What a shot there, and Bennett. Perhaps people not expecting the three-point onslaught there, but he has that shot. Near ball there from Zul.
And again, an early departure for the big diesel Martavis Adams here in the third quarter.
I like to say is fatigue. But when you have a big guy like Bennett coming in shooting three-point shots, it forces the center to come out of the paint. So I do feel that when it comes to spacing on the floor, Bennett creates his own set of problems with opening up driving lanes to the basket.
Luther Page will be going to the free throw line once again for the defenders, as Kirk Chengo Burgess was called with the foul.
But this is where you're going to see the defenders, picking up rebounds, because right now both Bennett and Chengo Burgess are feeling their three-point shot, so you're not going to really have much of your big men inside. But like rebounding guards like Jihad Wright, as Bennett is stripped by Daly, and the Daly show finishes, and this lead is cut back to 8 points. Kurt Chengo Burgess gets it to Jihad Wright. Jihad Wright trying to push up the pace. Screen. Bam! Oh, the tomahawk missing there. Jihad. Francis Arana with the second chance opportunity. And Jihad, holy Jihad, draws the foul and one.
And if the foul is on Luther Page, that will be his third foul in the ball game. But what a pick that was set by Emory Bennett.
Again.
Yes, Luther Page with the foul, his third. So Nigel Jones with 3 personal fouls, Luther Page with 3 for the defenders, Zul with 2, Devin Daly with 2. Only Winston Pratt with 2 fouls for San Pedro Tiger Sharks.
Jihad Wright, 4th trip to the line tonight. Second free throw is missed.
A lane violation on Farron Laureano. So Jihad Wright will do it once again, looking for his 9 points here in the ball game.
He misses there. Bonged by Nigel Jones. And a 3-point shot, but the putback by Farron Laureano is good.
3 ball from the fearless one, Gregory Rodon.
Yes, Chippy getting into the ball game for the first time
his
tonight.
First taste of the 2020 NEBL opening season.
My opinion right now would be to send Page to the bench and try to put in guys that are converting at a higher percentage. Definitely Farron Laureano is going to score for you quite efficiently down low. So, this is your first game. Everybody has to create data. No way you don't have any data, going into the 2020 season. You're basically basing off of previous seasons. But right now you're gonna see the pros and the cons, the strengths and the weaknesses of your players, and then you move forward, making matchups moving forward. Francis Arana for 3, but definitely Francis Arana, the story of Francis Arana in this first game is that he is going to take the shot once it is there. He is not just looking to distribute in 2020.
14 fouls already in the quarter for San Pedro compared to 1 for the defenders.
Ooh. Wright went for that steal, misses. And Shane Page, DSP scoring.
And he's picking up his offense here in the second half.
Definitely doing something about that low output. And Robinson with the jumper, answering right back on the other end.
Soft left hand touch shown by the big man, Anton Robinson Jr.
Dangerous pass inside by Chippy Rodon. These guys gotta know that is not, majority of the time with these dangerous bounce passes with a lot of traffic, you're gonna turn the ball over. And Francis Arana missing that shot very badly.
Just saw the veteran Doug Penrod getting down and dirty for San Pedro.
Baseline by Jones. Corner 3. Chippy Rodon. Chippy Rodon, one of the members of the 1,000 point club. Francis Arana missing there. And right now the Tigersharks are with at the 440 mark. Francis Arana looking for that 3-point shot as well. Easy layup miss there by Devin Daly. And there's a call. Yes, there is.
Point blank layup missed by Devin Daly.
Francis Arana to the line. Just a 7-point lead. And a ton of time left in this third quarter for the defenders to do something about it. Dangerous bounce pass there on the baseline. And what is up with these passes?
Farron Laureano thought he had Luther Page cutting to the basket.
Not a lot of space.
But the ball was deflected off. That's Bennett.
Up top, Daly. Daly draws the foul.
Francis Arana picking up the foul, and that will be Arana's second foul in the ball game.
Tigersharks not in the penalty as yet.
Anton Robinson Jr. with 3 fouls for San Pedro.
No, the Tigersharks is indeed in the penalty. But the defenders not very efficient at the free throw line here tonight. They're getting the opportunities, but they gotta cut into this lead. Makes the second, and it's now a 6-point game. Full court press. Francis Arana splits the defense. Thought he draw the fall. Here comes the defenders. Nigel Jones draws the fall, and he will go to the free throw line to make this a 1-possession game.
Jihad Wright picking up his first foul. With number 55, Nigel Jones at the free throw line has found a home with the defenders here in the NEBL as he makes good on the first free throw with 1 to go.
And I know we were talking about this earlier that from the first season that Luther Page was here, I also believe that was the first season for Nigel Jones, both of these players from Alabama. And I believe it's probably that state connection that those two have that, that made Luther Page get recruited to the defenders.
Francis Arana that time blocked by Luther Page, just trying to do a little bit too much.
Daly to Chippy, back to Daly. Good perimeter defense by the Tigersharks to deny as we're inside 4 minutes. Screen, Daly Show. Boom! The Daly Show for 3.
And a timeout will be taken by Coach Rico Black, as it is now a 1-point ball game. 63-62. The Tiger Sharks leads by 1 after the 3-ball from Devin Daly. Devin Daly now with 16 points in the ball game, picking up his offense here in the second half.
Definitely the 3-point stroke is coming back for the defenders, and they are back in this one.
NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack and Universal Hardware. Very good comeback by the defenders here in the third quarter.
Yes, with Martavis Adams being out, and then, you know, the defenders making higher percentage shots inside by Faron Laureano. You know, Page, you know, contributing as well. And then, of course, the big timely shots by Devin Daly. You know, one of the other things that we have to look into as well is that Francis Arana needs to make better decisions. I know he's feeling his offense, but he needs to go back to being Francis Arana, and when the shot is there, yes, take it, but don't rush it. He's definitely rushing shots tonight, and that is uncharacteristic of Francis Arana.
And if there is one weakness coming off the bench, who will Coach Rico Black goes to when he takes Francis Arana out of the ball game? Will it be Raheem Baptist? Can he come in and can he do the job or get the job done as Francis Arana does? And so it will be very interesting to see how this will play out for San Pedro down the stretch.
Yeah, definitely Francis Arana racking up a lot of minutes. Boom! Holy Jihad! Extends the lead back up to 4. Daly gets it to Jones. Jones versus Chengo. Jones, the help defense coming. Blocked there. Recovery. Fade away shot by the Shane. Chippy with a third chance. Corner jumper is good. Defenders answer back. Almost a steal. Here comes Penland. Penland turning around. Gets it to Jihad. What a pass from Holy Jihad to Robinson.
Let's go.
And the Tiger Sharks being outscored here in the third quarter, 22-18.
Approaching the 2-minute mark. Daly. Boom! From Denmark by Devin Daly. The Daly Show with a long 3-point shot.
22 points in the ball game for Devin Daly.
You know, definitely, you know, Daly took a step back in his game last season, but he is looking like that mercenary that brought 2 championships to the Belmopan Bandits and the Belize Hurricanes in back-to-back seasons. He's looking like that player again in the 2020 campaign. Robinson gets it inside to Jihad. Jihad posting, turn around, toasting with that hook shot.
Very good low post move there by Jihad Wright, going with the semi-hook.
Turn around, Jones splitting the defense, turnover. Robinson credited with the steal. Robinson, Arana swings it, corner 3. Penland unable to get that 3, and the defenders can tie the game. Bump pass, and Faron Laureano makes it a 1-point game. Defenders turning it on, a +9 third quarter for the defenders. Robinson splits the defense, gets it to goal. Tiger Sharks back up by 3.
A 1-possession game here in the third quarter.
Almost turnover. Corner jumper, no good. Faron fights, gets a second chance opportunity. Dashane gets it up top to Jones. Jones splits the defense. Blocked there by Chengo. Could have been called for the foul, but it will be ball back to the defenders. What a
Defenders
pass.
outscoring San Pedro here in the third quarter, 29-20, as they find themselves back in the ball game.
Daly posting the smaller guard. Daly. Is that offensive foul? No, it's a foul call on Francis Arana. Don't see the foul. I saw Daly using his elbow trying to get separation there, but the foul is called
The
on
basket
Francis
is no
Arana.
good, but Daly will be going to the free throw line.
Definitely Francis Arana not liking that call.
Devin Daly with 22 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist in the ball game to go along with 2 personal fouls as he missed the first of 2 free throws. One more free throw for Devin Daly. It's up and it's good.
Lead is cut to 2. 72-70. They're heading to the final minute. And the defenders can take the lead. And Daly is fouled. And he will go to the free throw line to tie the ball game.
Foul call on Winston Pratt, his 3rd personal foul. As San Pedro over the limit, the defenders with 2 team fouls.
Defenders +8 in this third quarter. Storming back on the island. Trying to put the Tigersharks in unfamiliar territory. It's very possible that the Tigersharks have never lost an opening night game, much less one on the island. It was very difficult, far and in between, to get a road victory here at the Angel Yunes Auditorium. Defenders trying to be one of the few teams, to get a victory here, and probably one of the first to get one on opening night.
Daly missing both free throws. And defenders not doing a good job from the free throw line. 10 out of 21 for 47%.
Wow.
While San Pedro shooting 17 out of 21 for 80%.
Yeah, but that's definitely the game of Jihad right here. He knows how to get to the line and he makes them. Robinson. Tigersharks reeling right now. Can they stop the bleeding? Yes, he does! What a jump shot. Beautiful jump shot there from Robinson.
And this is exactly why Coach Rico Black brought in Anton Robinson Jr. to join the San Pedro Tigersharks in the 2020 NEBL season, because of that lethal left-hand jump shot that he has. He can bring the ball across the floor if the guards they get into any trouble, and he can take the ball down in the post, and this guy have a complete game.
Yeah, he definitely put the ball on the floor, through the leg, beautiful jump shot, up by 4 Tigersharks at the end of 3.
Robinson with 12 points in the ball game to go along with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, but 3 personal fouls.
Martavis Adams, a no-show in that third quarter. But the Tigersharks are trying to hold on to this lead. But we got 10 more minutes to play. Let's see if the defenders can overcome what was a 10-point deficit coming out of halftime and snatch a road victory here in San Pedro.
NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack. and Universal Hardware. As we are getting set to start the fourth and final quarter here inside the Angel Nunes Auditorium. It's opening night 2020 NEBL season. Not a jam-packed Angel Nunes Stadium on opening night, as if you recall, there was a football game earlier inside Umbargris Stadium between Altitude FC and San Pedro Paris. That game played to a 1-1 draw.
Yes, definitely gotta give my shout outs to Bryce Peterson, promoter for Island FC. He had a ram jam Angel Nunes Auditorium, close to 1,000 fans where it was in this auditorium last week for a night of exciting MMA fights. Definitely have to big up my friend, I believe, who is in attendance working, one of our police officers, Yannick Wade. He definitely is out there in San Pedro working tonight. Definitely want to big him up on all the police officers, you know, putting their lives on the line for our safety as the fourth and final quarter is on the way.
Devin Daly leading all scorers with 23 points. Nigel Jones with 21 points, and Ferran Laureano 13 for the defenders.
Here come the defenders. Can they make a run? Devin Daly versus Kurt Chengobertis. Daly kicks it up, in and out, and the rebound here by Chengobertis. Winston Pratt sees that Robinson had a step on the defenders, but Robinson unable to finish. Defenders can make it a one-possession game again. The floater is good by Mikhail Zul.
Zul with 9 assists in the ball game to go along with 7 points.
Francis Arana gets it to Chengo, says slow it down. And Jihad and the Shane Page going at it down low. And Luther Page, DSP as I call him, is called with the foul. Jihad, dangerous pass, and what is with these bounce pass in traffic? And Jones unable to draw the foul, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws.
And that will be Winston Pratt fourth personal foul.
And one more, he's gone.
So we have Francis Arana with 3 personal fouls for the Tiger Sharks. Winston Pratt with 4. Anton Robinson Jr. with 3. In foul trouble for the defenders, Luther Page with 3. Nigel Jones with 3. As Jones missed the first of 2 free throws with 1 more to go. And he makes good on the second.
You know, if the defenders lose this game, they are going to be kicking themselves looking at that the free throw percentage. Horrible free throw percentage for them. But definitely good signs that they are able to draw the foul and get to the basket, but they got to convert these. Almost a turnover there. But the Tiger Sharks trying to hold on. The largest lead was 10, now being cut to 1. And the put back there by the Big Diesel. The 7th field goal here tonight for Adams.
To the offensive glass off the miss from Jihad Wright. A huge putback for Martavis Adams and the Tiger Sharks.
Dangerous pass, turnover. Here come the Sharks. Francis Arana and Martavis Adams. Soft touch on the goal by the Big Diesel.
Adams with 4 quick points, giving him 20 points in the ball game.
Ty Bradley, what is with these bounce passes in traffic?
Quick hands up, Jihad Wright coming up with the steal.
Jihad Wright. What a pass inside! Mr. Finish, the Big Diesel. Gotta call him Mr. Clean.
And let's see if Coach Matthew Smiling will take a timeout, as it's a 6-0 run by the Tiger Sharks.
It's an Adamo run. It's all Martavis Adams in the last minute and a half. Here comes June. Here, June Pratt doesn't get the finish, but draws the foul and will go to the line to extend this 6-point lead.
Foul call on Ty Bradley, his third personal foul. Winston Pratt at the free throw line for the Tiger Sharks.
Winston Pratt beginning his NEBL career with the San Pedro Tiger Sharks, winning the first two NEBL championships with the Tiger Sharks.
You see Martavis Adams with 4 personal fouls, and so that is the reason why he has been spending quite a number of minutes on the bench for San Pedro. So it's Pratt with 4, Martavis Adams with 4, Francis Arana with 3, and Anton Robinson with 3.
And Faran Laureano lost his footing, but the defenders force a turnover and make up for that blunder. Not a bounce pass. Zul, foot on the line. Do they call it a 2 or a 3? I think his foot was on the line.
It's a 2-point basket for Zul.
Here comes Arana. Dangerous pass inside, trying to force it to Adams. Good defense. Here come the defenders. Spin move. Gets it out top to the Daly Show. Daly for 3. No good. And the Tiger Sharks are on the move. Here comes Arana. Slows it down. Smart move there by Arana. Swings it out up top. High pass. Quick shot. No good. Here come the defenders. 5-point lead. Turnover.
So that time a little bit careless with the basketball.
Jihad is blocked. But the putback there this time by Kurt Chengo-Burgess extends the lead to 7 points.
Keep the pressure.
And the move there by Faran Laureano, no good. He's been very efficient tonight, but missing there.
Pollard with the rebound.
Francis Arana. Up top to Jihad right,
Get the
slowing
ball
it down.
to Martavis Adams.
Screen from Adams. The roll. The finish.
Unstoppable. He is unstoppable tonight. The big Diesel claiming the paint for San Pedro Tiger Sharks.
He is too much. 9-point advantage.
And the game could be so simple for San Pedro. Get the defensive rebound.
Boom! Big shot to stop the bleeding. Defenders down 6.
The veteran Ty Bradley with the pre-ball.
That's his second 3-point shot in 3 tries here tonight. Jihad right. Defended there by Bradley. Good defense by Bradley. Swing it around 3-point line. Pratt almost turns it over. Turns it over to Daly. Here comes the Daly Show. Daly splits the defense. Offensive foul.
And again, the guy that knows how to take the charge, Jihad Wright, putting his body on the line for the defending champion San Pedro Tiger Sharks. And Michael Zul is flirting with a double-double. He have 9 points to go along with 10 assists in the ball game.
Definitely showing off his point guard skills. Not his best game as a defender, but definitely trying to do what he can to keep his team in the ball game. Robinson pushing the ball. The big man with the handle. Big Hewitt, Big Diesel. Inside to Bennett. Bennett bulldozing his way. The Dozer unable to get it to go.
Wide body of Emery Bennett creating the space but just couldn't finish with 4:57 remaining in the ball game. 84-78.
Ton of time just inside the midway point of the fourth quarter. 4:57 to go for the 84-78. Defenders down 6. Up top to Daly. Daly to Zul. No good. Bennett with the rebound. Here comes Francis inside to Mr. Automatic, missing there, one of the few misses, but the put back there by Robinson extends the lead to 8 points.
Adams slow getting up.
And
Foul will be called on Francis Arana,
Daly draws the foul.
and that will be Arana's 4th foul. 4th personal foul. So we have Arana with 4, Martavius Adams with 4, Robinson with 3, Winston Pratt with 4 for the Tiger Sharks.
6-point lead. Tiger Sharks doing what they can at home to avoid an early season slip up against these Digicel defenders. A revamped defenders team.
Yes, and we'll be getting to see the new look Orange Walk Running Rebels next week Friday night here in San Ignacio, as it will be opening night for Verdes. Chris Frazier and Verdes going up against Orange Walk Running Rebels.
And we were talking about the Rebels always getting off to a slow start. Yes, they tried to make a mid-season push and fade off in the end, but for them to make their first ever playoff push, they must get off to a fast start. But it's a tall order going against going against Verdes.
But I think that that Brian White is going to have a solid 2020 season, and Tyree Orozco, he finished strong.
Yes.
For the Hurricanes last season. I'm expecting him to have a strong start. So it's going to be a very, very entertaining game come next week, Friday night.
You know, it was going to be one of, like a big three, you know, leaving the Canes, the Hurricanes going up to Sugar City. But, you know, things, you know, didn't work out for Raheem Turton. You know, he had to return back to the Hurricanes. But definitely Brian White, the best passing big that we have in the league, and I do expect him to have an even bigger impact than Tyree Orozco, because Brian White is the best at starting the fast break. And when you have guys that can finish, starting with Roger Renault, you have Stokes, you have Raul Vanegas, you have finishers, guys that can finish at the hole. And when you have a guy that grabs a rebound and immediately starts a transition position in Brian White, you're going to see a fast run and gun type of Rebels team. But let's see what they can do.
They have a very athletic 6'8" player in the likes of Dajuan Cooper.
Yeah.
He can play both the big forward or in the middle. So
yeah,
Orange Walk is going to be a very interesting team this year, and I think that they will be a contender for one of the spots in the Final Four.
Have to big up Raul, you know, for allowing Troy Gabb to mold this team in his image, into what he believes can become a championship contender, not only to make the playoffs but to go beyond. You know, there's a lot of sufferation going on, you know, all those years Rebels not making it to the playoffs, but if they can get in, I believe that they can definitely make some noise. But as I said, 2020 is about parity. Robinson missing there, Keith Pollard unable to get the rebound.
Last touch by Pollard as he was fighting with Devin Daly for the offensive rebound.
You see, it's an 8-point game, 86-78.
Defenders with 3 team fouls here in the quarter. San Pedro with 2.
Here comes Zol. Bounce pass to Page. Page gets inside and he finishes. A very economic Luther Deshane Page here tonight. Bennett, and you see the full court press. Good passing by the Tiger Sharks. Robinson defended there by DSP. Turn around, Robinson, no good. Put back, Pollard with the putback, draws the fall. Big possession there by the Tiger Sharks as they will go to the line to complete the three-point play.
Keith Pollard relentless on the offensive glass. That time paid off for him as he's now at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. But Michael Zoll with the double-double, 9, 10 assists to go along. But it's saying here 9 points to go along with 10 assists. So he's still 1 point away from the double-double as Pollard makes good on the free throw.
Tiger Sharks holding off the defenders.
Tiger Sharks outscoring the defenders here in the fourth quarter, 14-10.
Defenders need to make a run. That shot is good. Defenders cutting into this very narrow margin.
And now Michael Zoll with the double-double.
89-82.
11 points to go along with 10 rebounds.
7 points. 7-point game. Turnaround jumper. The big diesel, Mr. Smooth. What a smooth shot there. And a put back there on the other end.
Martavius Adams with 24 points in the ball game to go along with 5 rebounds, 2 assists.
Defenders trying to find some sort, anything that can get them the momentum. Can that slam and this potential three-point play be the one that gets them moving? Because time is running out for the defenders on the island.
Just keep giving Martavius Adams the ball down in the paint. He's unstoppable. Defenders cannot come up with the right chemistry to stop Martavius Adams down in the paint.
That is what you call weapon of mass destruction. This guy is automatic. 99 overall in the paint. Robinson put the second chance opportunity, no good. Here come the defenders. Luther Page.
And we want to apologize for the technical difficulties, but nonetheless, we're bringing it to you live from inside the Angel Nunes Stadium here on the island of San Pedro. The 2020 NEBL opening night is brought to you by Gentrack and Universal Hardware.
Definitely got to big up Mr. Frank Sharp of Gentrack. Definitely a personal friend, good partnering with TNC. Zool with the jumper. No good. Rebounded there by Bennett. And here comes Jihad Wright. Jihad. Got to kill the clock and get a quality shot up. Francis Arana gets it. What a pass. Bennett. Back to Robinson. Turnover. Ball to the defenders.
And that was Elvis Oliveira not knowing what to do with the ball when he gets it in the paint. All Elvis needs to do is put the shot up. But for some reason, he's hesitant to shoot the basketball.
We are approaching the 2-minute warning in this ball game. 7-point lead for the 3-time champs.
Timeout being taken there by Coach Matthew Smiling and the Digicel defenders. .208 remaining in the ball game. A very high-scoring ball game, 91 for San Pedro, 84 for the defenders.
Do the defenders have a run?
On the floor, we have Luther Page for the defenders. We have Zoe, we have Daly, Jones, and Lariano. For San Pedro, we have Jihad Wright, Robinson Jr., Keith Pollard, Martavius Adams, and Francis Arana. So those are the guys that are on the floor for both teams. Nigel Jones with 24 points in the ball game. Martavius Adams also with 24 points for San Pedro. Devin Daly, who stepped up in the second half, have 23 points. And Farron Lariano with 13 points for the defenders.
Definitely TNC and Central TV and Internet, the leader of sports, bringing you sports around the world. 246 just in the book. Conor McGregor with the first round TKO over Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And now we are approaching the final 2 minutes in this contest. As the defenders, do they have a run? No good there. Martavius Adams with the rebound. And it's a kick ball by the defenders, and it's ball back to the San Pedro Tiger Sharks.
Martavius Adams that time wanted to start the fast break, but he should have just pulled the ball back, look for his guard. Turnover, San Pedro.
Zul up top to the Shane Page. DSP with a dangerous pass. Nigel Jones is fouled, and he will be going to the line for 2 free throws.
And is the foul on Jihad Wright or Martavius Adams? First free throw, no good for Nigel Jones, who have played 29 minutes so far in this ball game.
And it's almost 75% of the time being played in this ball game.
Devin Daly lead all players in minutes played, 35 minutes so far.
Definitely one of the leaders in points as well. Defenders cutting into the lead, still a 6-point advantage. 7-point advantage here. Sorry, 6, 91-85. Robinson with the inbound. Francis Arana. Francis to right. Bounce pass inside. Beautiful spin move there. Got the defender off balance, drawing the foul.
And with the foul committed by Devin Daly, that will put the defenders over the limit. And so Robinson will be at the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws. Soft touch from the big man. 6'9", Anton Robinson Jr. making good on both free throws.
Here comes Zul. Time running out for the defenders. Trying to get that game one, that opening season upset victory on the road. And it's looking like it will be denied.
The ball was stolen there by the Tiger Sharks.
And Robinson. It's Robinson with the finish.
93-85 as
here comes Nigel Jones.
Farron Lariano will be at the free throw line, shooting free throws.
Almost a turnover. It is a turnover. What a pass! And it's now a 6-point game.
Very good defense by Devin Daly, that time stripping Francis Arana off the ball.
Still a ton of time. 1:09 to go. over. Here come the defenders. Zul to the corner. And here comes Robinson. Robinson with the foul.
Nigel Jones picking up the foul, and that will be his 5th foul.
Wow.
Nigel Jones just fouled out of the ball game for the defenders.
Robinson drawing the foul. Just a 1-possession game. These are crucial free throws.
Devin Dealer with 4 personal fouls. Also Luther Page with 4 personal fouls for the defenders as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. A 1-possession game. San Pedro leads by 3 points, 93-90.
San Pedro Tigersharks. Can they hold off this final surge by the Digicel defenders? 49 seconds, a ton of time.
I'm impressed with the play of Anton Robinson Jr. 22 minutes so far on the floor. He had 18 points in those 22 minutes to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. So it shows that he can also pass the ball.
That is what you call efficiency. And that is where Luther Page is going to have to improve upon this season if the Digicel defenders are going to make a championship run.
49 seconds remain in the ball game. 2 big free throws coming up for Robinson Jr. Nigel Jones with the double-double, 27 points to go along with 10 rebounds as he fouled out, picking up the foul against Anton Robinson Jr. So a very good night for Nigel Jones.
Yeah, but his team is down by 3. Closing minutes, or closing seconds, 49 seconds. Roughly about 3 possessions, 2 to 3 possessions each.
As Robinson make good on the first free throw with 1 more to go. Second free throw is up and it's also good.
So it's a 2-possession game. Defenders got to score quick here. Dasheen missing. And the Tigersharks can end it right here as Robinson.
What a spin move by Robinson against Fallon Laureano, who picks up the foul, and he will be going to the free throw line once again.
Robinson with 20 points. 20 huge points. In how many minutes of play, Rena?
22 minutes of play.
That is what you call efficiency of the bench.
I see he missed the first of 2.
And I know when you see a player off the bench as efficient as that, you are tempted to, to slip them into the starting lineup. But I believe if they can keep it the way it is right now and have a 6-man of that caliber, shot no good, and that is it. The champs hold off the defenders and will improve to 1-0 as the defenders slip to 0-1 early on in the season.
So a very good opening night win for Coach Rico Black, assistant coach Darren Bovell, and the San Pedro Tigersharks. Jihad Wright finished with 13 points in 35 minutes. He was 4 of 11 from the field. 1 of 2 from behind the arch for 50%. But the guy that stood out, Anton Robinson Jr. in 23 minutes, he shot 7 of 12. He finished with 21 points, shot 7 of 12 for 58%. But Peter, from the free throw line, this guy was 7 of 8 for 87%.
Yeah, efficiency. Efficiency for the Tiger Sharks, inefficiency for the defenders, and it's just a 7-point game. You know, it's early on, and you know, in these situations, it's good for the defenders. Yes, you want to pick up a victory any way you can, because that in itself is good morale, you know, moving forward. But a lot of times when you win, you tend to overlook the mistakes. Know that you get a loss on the road, you go back home, you played well enough that you felt that you could have won. But if you had improved your percentages, you know, at the free throw line, and of course your overall field goal percentage, you could have definitely walked away with this victory. So there's a lot of positives for the defenders, but a lot that they can work on, and you know that is very good moving forward for the DBCL defenders.
For Martavius Adams, you know, 18 minutes on the floor because of foul trouble, but he had 24 points in those 18 minutes. Efficiency.
You know, one spell he was like averaging like 2 to 3 buckets per minute. You know, he is an automatic finisher down low. What a luxury.
He went 12 of 16 for 75% from the floor, from the field.
Yeah.
All his shot was high percentage shot.
You can't stop the guy.
He didn't go to the free throw line tonight, and he ended up with 6 rebounds to go along with 2 assists. So huge night for Martavius Adams, the big diesel.
Yeah.
The guy that Coach Rico Black says he'll be riding for the entire 2020 NBL season.
Yeah, and you know, when you have somebody like that, as I was saying, luxury, and then you have another find in Robinson, just as efficient, just as a very good finisher inside. You know, and then of course you have Jihad Wright, who goes to the line.
Silent 13 points tonight. Very silent 13 points.
Most of it came at the free throw line, but he is what he is. He's going to draw the foul and he's going to go to the line.
He was 4 out of 5 from the free throw line for 80%, and so you know, and he had 2 rebounds to go along with those 13 points. A very silent night for Jihad Wright. Francis Arana finished with 15 points in 36 minutes. So Francis got a huge bulk of playing time in this game tonight, and he delivered with 15 points in the ball game. But his assists stood out. He had 6 assists, but 7 turnovers in the ball.
Yeah, it's very uncharacteristic of Francis Arana. Yes, this is the new Francis Arana. The offensive-minded Francis Arana, but you have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. You know, you have a lot of efficient players that know how to finish. You need to be pass-first Francis Arana in these type of situations, and when it is time to make a bucket, either to extend a lead or something like that, then you can go ahead. But one spell he was just jacking up threes, and that is when, and he is the one that allowed the defenders to get back into this game. But what, he adjusted, he slowed it down, and he made the right play at the right time, and that is what extended the lead back up for the Tiger Sharks.
The bright spot off the bench for San Pedro tonight was Keith Pollard. He finished with 6 points and 6 rebounds, and also Emory Bennett, who had 7 points in 16 minutes to go along with 1 rebound. Now let's take a look at the defenders. The leading man for the defenders was Nigel Jones. In 30 minutes, he had 27 points to go along with 10 rebounds. He fouled out of the ball game with about 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. Devin Daly in 37 minutes with 23 points to go along with 1 rebound. I'd like to see Devin Daly getting more aggressive on the glass to help his team. But the point guard, Michael Zoll, he finished with 11 points in 30 minutes to go along with 10 assists. He had a double-double.
Yeah.
Also Nigel with double-double.
Yeah, Zul needs to improve his shot selection. He jacked up a lot of threes that were falling later on. And that's all for tonight.
The only bright spot off the bench for the defenders was Ty Bradley. So the defending champion, Tiger Sharks, picking up the opening night home victory, 99-90. For Peter Lacey and the rest of the TNC crew, I am Raynard Garbutt saying thank you for joining us from inside the Angel Nunes Auditorium here on the island of San Pedro. God bless you. Have a good night.